Okay, now, through astral projection, you can contact other life beings out in space and from other galaxies. And I've communicated with 2 different alien species. Yep. And it's the honest truth. Don't want to believe me, that's fine. I have told my close friend about it. And look, everyone's entitled to their beliefs and what they believe in. But me, I'm going to tell you about these particular stories. The first time it happened, actually no, I'm going to tell you something so you can understand the pattern, okay? One night, me and my dad were watching TV. It would have been about 1 a.m, and I decided to go outside to go and have a cigarette out in the backyard. And I'm standing out there and I'm looking up into the night sky. It was a clear night that night. I'm looking up in the stars, and I thought in my mind, okay, in my mind, not out loud where anyone can hear it or any spirit or entity can hear it, in my mind. I looked up into the night sky, I'm going like this, and I said in my mind, oh, God, if there's such thing as aliens, make a UFO appear before me now. Guess what happened? In less than 2.5 seconds, as my father was hanging a crap in the bathroom with the bathroom window open, right, a UFO appeared. A triangle UFO appeared with 3 red lights on each corner. And this UFO was big and it was hovering low right above where my dad was in the bathroom and the roof on the outside. And you see, we had a lemon tree in the backyard, so it was low. And I started screaming, did I? I went off tap and I'm yelling out for my dad. My dad's like, what? And then as soon as I started yelling, this triangle-shaped UFO went up, disappeared. I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. As soon as I fucking said it, in my mind, motherfuckers, the UFO appeared. Then what happened after that? Didn't think anything of it, thinking, oh my God, okay, thank you. You know, I thought to myself in my mind, thank you, okay, there is such thing as aliens. I'm a 100% believer now. Didn't think anything of it. About 2.5 to 3 weeks later, right? Hang on a second, I've got to itch. I hate it when my nose gets itchy. About, 2.5, 3 weeks later, I go to bed. I'm in bed, laying in bed, and all this happened at the old house where I used to live in Elsternwick, okay? Listen to this. I went to sleep, and then all of a sudden, I'm in a UFO. Inside one. With the most beautiful, gentle, angelic alien, female alien. She was tall, long neck. I remember her very clearly. She and I were communicating telepathically. She told me to sit down, and I sat down. I felt safe and comfortable in her presence. I didn't feel like I was in any type of danger. I sat down. She opened up like this weird technology kind of laptop. It looked like a laptop, but it wasn't a laptop. But she opened it up, and it's shown images of war, famine, and she's telling me, we are concerned of what's going on in your planet. We don't like nuclear weapons. We want to see them gone. And she's talking to me and looking in her, big, beautiful, black almond-shaped eyes, and she's looking at me, and we're communicating. I said, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, it's terrible, and I'm explaining it to her. And then she closes it, and then I got up, I physically got up, and I asked her, can I look around? And she said, okay, yeah. She let me walk around the whole UFO. I walked around, and it was just the most weird, I can't describe it, the way it looked inside was mind-blowing. I walked up to this plant, and there was a plant that I've never seen before here on Earth. It was a weird-looking plant. I walked up to it, and I remember touching it. And I leaned over and smelt it, and I could smell this plant, and everything. I could feel everything. My senses were heightened. It was so vivid, so real. Then I noticed this big gold plaque, and like the Egyptian, how the Egyptian writing is, it was very similar to that, except it was all the aircrafts. 32 aircrafts. And I'm running my fingers along them and I'm feeling them and I'm looking at them, and I said to her telepathically, I said to her, which UFO craft am I in now? And then she came up and she says, we're in this one. And I said, oh, I was mind blown. And I said, can I have a look like further into this UFO? She goes, yeah, you can look out the window. I looked out the window, I could see our Earth, our planet Earth. I turned this way, like that way, and I can see, what was that planet with the ring? Oh, it doesn't matter. I saw that. And then I walked back and sat down next to her, and I said to her, so we're in that UFO, cigar gold UFO? And she goes, yes. And then she explained it further. She goes, you see, our species, we operate 32 different types of UFOs. And I said, wow. And then she says, please hand me over your hand. Now get this. See this part of my hand? She grabbed it with her long fingers. She grabbed it right in between there, right? And she squeezed real hard. I came back to my body, but I came back to my body crashing down. I came crashing down back into my own body, then hit the bed like this, flew up in the air off the bed, and crash landed onto my carpet on the floor. Then when I woke up, guess what when I came to, the shock of it, guess what I found in my room? My doona rolled back neatly and tightly like a sausage. Rolled right back, right to the end. I got up. When I returned, it was like 4 a.m. or something, because I remembered looking at my digital clock, because back then I had a digital clock. And I think it said 4:05 a.m. in the morning. I got up and went straight into my dad, woke him up and told him what happened. He didn't believe me. I don't know. He doesn't believe me. He doesn't fully understand astral projection and all that. Then about a month later, I was taken again, but a different alien species, complete different. He was a grouchy alien. We communicated telepathically. There were these other tall alien beings with red cloaks on, but you can't see their faces. They had hoods. There were some grey aliens operating the craft. I was in a silver round UFO. He sits down at the long table on one end. There was 4 other alien beings in the centre of this long rectangular table, and he was on the far end. And he turns around telepathically and he says, your people, your species are ruining planet Earth. We are fed up with it. And before I could say anything, because I wanted to defend the good people of this Earth, he said, silence, really loud. And like the vibration in my head at the time, I thought, okay, I better not agitate him. And he goes, come with me. I walked with him and he pressed this button on this table and the globe of the Earth came up. And the Earth is moving, and he said to me this, and I remember it very clearly because he told me not to forget, right? He said, when the Earth's water covers all of the countries, that's when we are going to invade. And I said to him, really? And he goes, yeah. Walk to the window there and have a look outside and you'll see what I mean. I walked out, looked through the window, there was over 335,000 UFOs on an angle like this about to invade our Earth. And he goes, come with me, sit down. I sat down. He said, remember this symbol. When you see this symbol, you'll know what to do and you'll know that we are coming. And I said, okay. And I remember the symbol. I'm going to draw the symbol and I'm going to put it on Facebook and on Instagram. He goes, when you see this symbol, it means we are coming and you'll know what to do. And before I could say anything, I was brought back to my body. Came crashing down again, but this time he didn't press my hand or nothing. I just came crashing back down, landed hard back into my body, then bounced off the bed, and then crash landed hard onto the floor. My whole side was sore for about a week and a half, because that's how hard I hit my single bed and went flying, because at the time I had a single bed in the old house. I didn't have a double bed like I do now. So there you go, that's all through astral projection. I don't know if I was actually really abducted, and if I did, they would have erased some of that memory anyway. But under hypnosis, I probably would remember more if they put a probe in me or something. But for the first alien, the female alien, and I did ask her name, but I've forgotten it. I know it started with an E. That's all I can remember. It sounded like Zelda or Zelvi or Zelvo or something like that. And I asked her, what's your name, and she told me, and it started with an E, and that's for sure. Yeah, I'm not lying. And I know a lot of people are not going to believe me, and that's fine. I don't really care, but I want to voice it because I feel I should. And that's that, really. You don't have to believe it, but that's what I was told. So I know something is coming. Something is up. I don't know. They're going to invade. They might not do it in my lifetime, but he said, when you see this symbol, so it's going to be in my lifetime. That's what I figured when I woke up, and I told Dad about it when I finally came to. Told him about it. I remember it very vividly. The both two, communications I've had with them, with these two complete different species. This grouchy green alien was short. He would be about, like a midget. And he had a green, really bulbously, bubbly head, and he had like reptilian eyes, but really big and bulbous. He had he had slits for nose. I'll actually do a drawing of him. He was wearing a red cloak and with the gold symbol. And then I remembered him saying to me, that's what I asked. I said, so who are you? Who are you? And he says, we are, you're gonna freak out. He said, we are the Origin Galaxy Defenders. He goes, we jump from planet to planet defending it. Yeah, they're the protectors of the galaxies, practically. That's what they do. That's their job. And I said, oh, so you're the captain? You're the boss? And he goes, yes. Even though he sounded grouchy, his voice was horrible, like real grouchy. Like, I can't describe it. It was just weird. When I was hearing him talk, when we were communicating telepathically, I could hear him, and his voice was just, his lips wouldn't move. He had lips, but they didn't move. And, yeah, I'm going to draw the symbol, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. I can sort of describe it to you now. It's a circle, right, with 3 triangles in it. One big one here, one in the very far small triangle, and another triangle there. And then there's walk path in between them, and 3 dots of stars on the top. That's their logo. And he told me, when you see that symbol, we're coming, and you'll know what to do instantly. And I'm thinking, how would I know what to do? And I tried to figure it out for months on end. After I had that, vision, I tried to think about it, and it was rattling my brain. I'm thinking, what, you'll know what to do. Maybe when the time comes and I see that symbol, I think he wants me to return back to the house where I used to live and be where the lemon tree was, where I first saw the first UFO. Maybe he wants me to return back there. I don't know. But he says you'll know what to do as soon as you see it. So I don't know how I'm going to see it. Is it going to be in the sky? Is a big symbol going to form in the sky? Am I going to have a vision of the symbol? I don't know. See, that I don't know. So he still left me with a bit of a question mark there. You know what I mean? I had a female alien so far and a male alien. He was a male. Oh boy, was he fucking grouchy though. Tried to defend myself. Silence! It was so loud in my head. I thought, oh fuck. He did scare me when he said silence. And I thought, fuck. I'm thinking, okay, alright. I'm thinking I better not push it with this, with this grouchy little fellow, He had 3 fingers. Yep, 3. And they were really tight knit, and he had small, weird looking arms and very strange looking, grouchy alien. He had 3 long toes, and his feet were huge, but he had small hands. I remember him very detailed. Very detailed. And every time I've, astral travelled with and communicated with these beings, I've always been in my pyjamas that I was wearing, and barefooted. And I come back and I'll be barefooted, and like, I don't know, it was just so weird. So weird. I still think about it from time to time, and I still talk about it from time to time. I know I spoke to Shani and Chloe about it years back, but, some people believe me and some people don't. That's fine. But I like to share it. I like to talk about it. I'm being truthful. I'm being open and honest. I'm not mucking around. Just thought I'll let you guys know.